Well, good morning and welcome to the June 4th, 2019 Board of Commissioners meeting. On my left, we have Commissioner Deb Shore and Commissioner Sean Flowerday and Vice Chair, by the way. And on my right is Commissioner Rick Vest. I am Commissioner Roma Amundsen, Chair of the Board. Welcome, and will you please join with me now in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and thank you so much. And Mr. Clerk, will you begin the agenda?
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, May 28th, 2019.
I move approval. I second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Are there any corrections? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundsen.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Next is number 2, claims. Approval of all claims processed through June 4th, 2019.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundsen.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Next is number 3, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there's an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approval of utility permits with the following. Number 1811, allowing Unite Private Networks to relocate existing utilities under South 82nd Street and Bennett Road. There's no cost to the county. Number 1810, allowing Windstream, Nebraska to extend service lines to South Ridge Estate Subdivision. There's no cost to the county. Number 1807, allowing Lincoln Electric System to install overhead power lines adjacent to the east side of South 14th Street from Rokeby Road to north of Saltillo Road. There's no cost to the county. Number 1808, allowing Windstream, Nebraska to install underground fiber optic cables adjacent to the west side of South 68th Street, right away from Firth Road to just south of Princeton Road. There is no cost to the county. Grant contracts funded by the Joint Budget Committee for the period of July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2020 with the following. Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach in the amount of $12,938 for the Hunger Relief Program. League of Human Dignity in the amount of $51,750 for the Center for Independent Living and Barrier Removal programs. Fresh Start in the amount of $12,938 for the Transitional Shelter Program. Grant contracts funded by the Juvenile Justice Prevention Funds for the period of July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2020 with the following. Youth for Christ Lincoln area in the amount of $9,641 for the Parent Life Program. Friendship Home of Lincoln in the amount of $15,000 for the Emergency Shelter Children's Advocacy Program.
I move approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent items. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundsen.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Number 4 is new business. 4A is consulting services agreement with Holmes Murphy and Associates, LLC, to provide employee benefit consulting services for the county's employees benefits programs. The county will pay $24,000 for the services listed in attachment A of the agreement. The term of the agreement is June 1st, 2019 through May 31st, 2020.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consulting services agreement. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. B is a recommendation from the purchasing agent and Lancaster County Sheriff to award and execute a purchase order using State of Nebraska contract number 15096 OC to AFL LLC doing business as Anderson Ford to provide a Ford Police Interceptor Utility 2020 Series vehicle. The cost of the county is $35,108.
Good morning, Terry Wagner, Lancaster County Sheriff. This is a replacement vehicle for some, actually it's a compilation of insurance settlements that we had received for vehicles that had gotten wrecked, and we had some that were totaled, so this is a replacement vehicle for those.
Okay. Thank you.
Move approval.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 4C is an agreement with the State of Nebraska Department of Transportation for the provision of transportation services for the Lancaster County Public Rural Transit Program. The term of the agreement is July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2021. The federal funding share of the cost of the project shall not exceed $161,726. The state's share of funding of the cost of the project shall not exceed $14,966. The funding is from the federal funding for public transportation operating assistance program and the Nebraska Department of Transportation. The cost of county shall be remaining eligible costs not paid by federal and state funds and shall not exceed $41,966.
Good morning. Thank you for letting me speak. One thing I do want to point out, there was a couple of numbers transposed. The state's share of funding should actually be $41,966, not $14,966. Just as a kind of overview, I was here in February, requested your permission to seek funds from the Nebraska Department of Transportation for the 2019-2021 fiscal years. You did grant me that, and as expected, we were approved by NDOT. So today I'm seeking formal approval in the amount of $41,966, matching funds for those 2 fiscal years.
Okay.
How are things going out there? Are you still moving a lot of folks around?
We're moving a lot of folks around. When we get to the next item, I'll tell you how a few things are going, though.
Okay. Fair enough, I move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Please, any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 4D is a supplemental agreement to county contract C-18-445 with the State of Nebraska Department of Transportation for the provision of transportation services for the Lancaster County Public Rural Transit Program. The supplemental agreement provides an additional $5,000 in funding to the county.
So what this is for this current fiscal year, which will be ending at the end of this month, the budget, just as a review, has 2 sub-budgets, one of them being the operating costs, which is fuel, driver salaries. That's on a 50% federal, 25% state, and 25% local match. We then have non-operating budget, which is 80% federal, 10% state, and 10% local. And because of some additional fees for staff and a couple of acts of vandalism within the last few months, we've incurred a few more costs than we expected with our budget. And so when I reached out to NDOT, Carrie Roos, who is my main contact there, she approved $5,000 in emergency funds should they be needed for the remainder of this fiscal year. There is no matching funds required from either the state or the county. So I just need your formal approval to accept that $5,000 should it be necessary.
No matching funds from us. This would come from the federal grant.
It'll just be up to $5,000 should we need it.
So you need it. Well, I don't want to cut anybody off, but I would move approval of that.
Second, and I guess I just, of course, disheartened by the vandalism issue. Is there changes you can make to protect the vehicles? Is it a one-time thing? Were you able to find the perpetrators?
The police have been contacted in both cases in the last month. They have suspects. They have some very nice video footage. And then where we are parked out at the old Experian building on West Bond, the folks who run that have made efforts to move our vehicles to more well-visible areas under more camera. It's still under discussion where we're going to eventually end up, but we have moved away from where they had us and where these acts have been occurring. So,
Thank you.
you bet.
We have a motion. I need a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. E is a contract with Capital Appraisal Company in the amount of $2,500 for appraisal services for Project 19-2 South 82nd Street, Lancaster County, Nebraska.
Move approval?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 4F is a right of entry and maintenance agreement with the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission for culvert maintenance project C-19-7 at Pawnee Lake State Recreation Area and Wildlife Management Area. There is no cost to the county.
Move approval.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. G is a recommendation from the purchasing agent and county engineer to award a contract to Gannett Trucking as the lowest responsible bidder for channel repair at County Bridge D-88. The total amount is $184,147.03.
Way out there today. Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. Bridge D88 located on Agnew Road, just east of Highway 79. Of course, has become one of our problem children bridges after the flooding of 2015. This is emergency work that has been approved by the Federal Highway Administration because it is a federal aid route. It is 100% reimbursable by the NDOT, and so provided that we complete the work within 6 months of the event. So we're obviously in a little bit of a hurry here to stabilize this bridge. It is a major bridge to us in the Agnew corridor for the north part of the county.
Move approval?
I second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. H is a recommendation from the purchasing agent and county engineer to award a contract to Van Kirk Brothers Contracting for replacement of county bridges W-122, W-164, and W-174. The total amount is $911,879.15.
Pam Damien, Lancaster County Engineer. These are 3 bridges located in the southwest quadrant of the county. They are all very close together. They are all being, they were bundled. They are being replaced with box culverts, which we know to be about a third of the price of a bridge. And so we're excited to get these bridges fixed. 2 of the 3 are closed. There are actually 4 bad bridges in the area. 2 of them were closed when we started putting together plans, and I'll confess that I gambled on what the 3rd bridge was since I didn't have the funding for 4, and I did not win. So we ended up closing the bridge that I don't have a plan for, but hopefully we will be able in this next year to get a plan for that bridge and get it open too.
But you've got 3 going.
But I got 3.
Timeline, will they be completed this construction season?
We are hopeful they'll be completed this construction season, given that we're not really winning with the weather. We have one of these large box culverts that has been complete now for 6 weeks, and we haven't gotten any dry weather in order to get dirt back up, materials back up against adjacent to that box. So it's going to totally depend on getting some dry weather in, but we're fortunate to have a number of really talented contractors in the area, and I'm hopeful.
Good news.
I move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 4I has been removed from the agenda. Next is number 5, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Seeing no one?
I think we've got some.
Oh, I'm
movement
sorry.
over here.
Okay, didn't see that
On
over
the
there. I
periphery.
apologize.
Good morning. My name is Monica Zinke. I'm the Executive Director of Fresh Start, and we were on the agenda, but I wasn't Sure, if I could come up during the consent agenda time. And I really just wanted to come to thank you for the work that you do to support agencies like Fresh Start. We do a lot of work with the other awardees on there. I just wanted to come and express my appreciation for the contract renewal we have. Just a reminder, Fresh Start is a transitional shelter for women experiencing homelessness, and it means they can stay a longer amount of time. So they typically stay anywhere from 4 to 12 months, and it gives them more time to build a better foundation for success for when they leave. We serve a lot of people coming out of incarceration, coming out of treatment, that are staying on friends' sofas, that don't have a lot of other recourses through HUD-funded programs. So we're really an important part of Lincoln's safety net for women experiencing homelessness. And I just thank you again for continuing to support our efforts.
Well, the one thing is, we really do appreciate the work that you do in our community. Your work with these folks it's very, very important. Thank you.
It's an important piece of the puzzle to help them reestablish themselves. And
Yes.
that's something that I think all of us are in favor of, so
Mm-hmm.
I'd just add thank you as well.
Thank you for coming up.
Monica?
You're welcome.
Next is number 6, announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting along with department budget hearings on Tuesday, June 4th, 2019, immediately following the Lancaster County Board of Equalization meeting in the Bill Luxford studio of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will not hold a staff meeting on Thursday, June 6, 2019, due to attendance at the Nebraska Association of County Officials Workshop in Kearney, Nebraska. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, June 11, 2019, at 9 a.m. in Room 112 of the County City Building, followed by department budget hearings in Room 113. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commission@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, this Board of Commissioners meeting is now adjourned, and let's move on now to the Board of Equalization.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, May 21st, 2019.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Are there any corrections? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Number 2 are additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the additions and deductions?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the additions and deductions. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Number 3 is a motor vehicle tax exemption application public hearing. This includes Way of God through Jesus Christ Church Ministries, Inc., Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital, Indian Hills Community Church, Nebraska Wesleyan University, and People's City Mission.
We'll open this public hearing. Is there anyone speaking in support? Anyone speaking in opposition? Anyone speaking in a neutral position? I will close the public hearing, and let's go on to number 4.
That would be action on motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Number 5 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to County Board of Equalization business on agenda may do so at this time.
Seeing none, let's move forward to the adjournment.
I move adjournment.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you for your attention.